Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. We hope everybody is doing well this morning. And
Staying safe, being
yeah.
active, the usual. I mean, that's
Olivia is going to be taking the lead this morning.
We'll see.
So listen to her as we speak about the topic, do you know who you are?
Yeah, do you really know who you are? Let's be real. Let us sink in for a second. Do you know who you are? Okay, so we're reading from John 1 chapter.
Chapter 1 and verse 12.
John chapter 1 verse 12. Sorry,
Yes.
guys. Sorry.
Yes.
I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, so it goes. But as many as receive him, to them gave him power to become the Son of God, even to them that believe on his name. So, okay, let's just take a second and we'll come back to the verse to get more in detail what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
But let's just go sidetrack for a second. Okay, so you guys know who Prince William is. He is a prince. And he know who he is already. Can you just imagine Prince William just walking on the street and begging people no, he would never do that.
I have no money.
He say he don't have no money. He will never do that because he knows who he is and he has the access to get whatever he need because he is in the line of royalties, right? So let's take that into our life as Christian. We know who our God is. We have the one and true living God, and because
children of the King.
and we're the children of a king. So why do we think it's so hard to
be provided for?
To be provided. Why don't we believe in him? Why do we always shorten the faith?
Yes.
Right? Why do we always shorten our faith and our vision? And if we do that, we can access half the stuff that we want, know?
Yes.
And God is always saying that, listen, I'll lay it right there. All you have to do
is receive
it. Right? And
there's a verse in the Bible, if I might chime in a little bit, there's a verse that says the earth is the Lord's in all its fullness. And while we know that God created the earth and it's his, sometimes we don't understand or we don't really put our knowledge into practice. We know these things, but do we really believe it that the earth is the Lord's?
Right.
And so we are children of the King and this earth belongs to him. The earth does not belong to the elites and the 3% of the world. The earth belongs to God and we are children of the King. And so we can access through the kingdom because God says he is here. Jesus says he comes to give us life abundant, and this abundant life involves peace, joy, everything in abundance, including our finances. And so sometimes we are there lacking and in need because we don't know who we are. And what I like to say is to look at what you have. God said to Moses, what is that in your hand? He only had a stick. But he used it in obedience to God, and he parted the Red Sea. So it doesn't matter how small what you have, you think what you have is what I want to say. You can use that thing. It depends on your vision. What vision do you have? The vision of God and yourself as his child, as a child of the King, and your vision where you want to go.
Yeah, for real.
And
she said about Moses. Let's talk about Abraham. All he did was look at the mountain and say, that's what I want.
Yes.
And literally that's what God gave him. And more.
Yes.
Let's be real. You cannot shorten your vision.
You have to ask God. There's a saying that I always see circulating on social media. It says, pray large prayers. Or pray, let your prayer be big. So extend your vision. My brother was telling me a story once about two women that sold baskets in the market. And one of the woman, she just was content with, going to the market with a few baskets and people buy them and she get her money for the day. While the other woman had a vision of, expanding her business and taking her basket internationally. And that's what happened. The vision of both women came to pass because one woman her vision was small, the other had a great vision, and their vision took them to exactly the position that they were in. The one with the small vision just lived day to day. But the one with the broader vision was able to reach her goal of selling her baskets internationally. And so we have to know who we are so that our vision can be bigger. If we know that we're children of the King and this earth belongs to God, we will be able to see and to extend our vision. So if you're doing something simple, no matter what it is that you're doing, you extend your vision. Look at what you have, your talent and your gift. What can I do with this? Start thinking like an entrepreneur. Don't think that, okay, I have to wait on a 9-to-5 job. I'm not employed. Woe is me. You need to start expanding your vision and say, God, I have this and I want you to use it and help me to create a business with this and to bless me and so that I will prosper in this. And then you go out by faith. The Bible says the just shall live by faith. So you step out there in faith and you start doing something, start something.
Yeah, that's so true.
With a vision in mind that I'm going to expand this and make this into a multi-million-dollar corporation. And just go out there in faith, and the earth is the Lord's. Just go there and take it, because you are a child of the Most High God.
For real. And
have I talked out everything that she had to say?
I'm just kidding. But yeah, for real. I mean, for me, I never really think. Or now, as a Christian, I realize, looking back and I'm like, okay, God was definitely working in this area. Like, when I was a teenager, I made hair bows. Do you remember that?
Yes.
And we just thought that it was just going to be for one event, you know?
You're right, yes.
And actually, we were making bows and we
couldn't even supply,
but we had faith, and then we just start seeing things coming out of doors were opening, and we were not just doing it for one event, we were doing it for other schools for other kids. We have vendors selling the hair bow, and then we stopped. I don't know why we stopped, but it was just like that was kind of our income for a second. God,
and it started out of just her making hair bows for one event.
For one event.
So sometimes you just have to believe that, listen, I'm God's child. I'm a child of the King, and I'm going to start this, and it's going to expand, and it's going to explode, and it's going to provide for me and my family, and I'm going to have enough to give to others, and to leave things for my children and my grandchildren and my children's children. That's how the children of God should start thinking. I'm not preaching prosperity gospel.
Oh no,
I'm just trying to let you see that your Father is the King, and everything on this earth is his. And we need to act like royalties,
Right. Once we start believing that we're royalties, what can stop us?
Yes.
What can stop you from accessing? Because we have to definitely believe.
That's
you
correct.
need to believe. And once you believe,
there is no stopping you. So I'm just telling you what the Bible says. And I'm trying to get you in this time where there's a lot of uncertainties and people are losing their jobs, and what am I going to do? To extend your vision, expand your vision, start looking at what you have in your hand and what can I do to start a business. And don't say I don't have the money to start it, because your Father is a King. So now you're going to go to your daddy and say, I need the money to do this, and then you're going to start. And God is faithful. He is going to meet you there.
More than halfway, actually.
Yes, he's going to meet you more than halfway, and he's going to supply your need. You just need to step out in faith and know who you are. Right?
So that's what we have for you guys today.
Yes, that's what we have for you.
And I hope this was encouraging. If you guys have any questions or,
feel free.
Just feel free
to communicate with us. Yes, on the comments, send us messages, and we will be sure to answer you.
Yeah.
All right, thank you so much.
We'll see y'all tomorrow.
All right, bye-bye.